So today I want to talk about my thoughts on running and how it's been going so far. I've been running for just over a month now. To be honest, there's no visible difference in my body yet. Like, I haven't noticed if I'm losing weight or getting thinner, but I do feel better, and I think that's good. I find that I'm getting less tired from running. I have a general soreness, which is kind of nice actually. It's been a while since I've been consistently sore or felt like I've consistently put in a physical effort, and I think it's like a refreshing feeling. I remember it was one of my favorite things when I used to dance almost every day, was the way I would feel afterwards of just the physical exhaustion was satisfying and I felt accomplished. The one thing I'll say that's different about exercising, just to exercise though, is that it's definitely less fun during. I talked about in my running video about changing my intervals and stuff, and I did. I changed the intervals, and it's been good. It's been very helpful to have shorter running intervals that I can do more frequently. Like, I can do more of them when I run, which does increase my run time, which is nice. So I feel good about that. I feel like that's a good step. I've also started to do small workouts on my days that I'm not running. So right now I'm trying to run every other day, and it's still working, which is nice. I haven't had too many hiccups. And on the days in between, I've started doing some light workouts. They take about 20 minutes. They're pretty short, just at home body weight exercises. Because I haven't really exercised in a really long time. I used to go to the gym. I still have a gym membership. I used to go to the gym, but that was the last time I've been to a gym, not including COVID, was still maybe 6 months before. I don't remember exactly why I stopped, but it was like a whole bunch of small excuses. Like, I got sick. Okay, that's what it was. I got sick, and I was coughing really, really bad for like months. And when I finally figured out why I was sick and why I was coughing so hard, and I just never went back to the gym. And I don't know why. I just didn't feel like going. I found constant excuses to make. Oh, I didn't have my clothes. Oh, I didn't really feel like going. Oh, like, I have to wake up early tomorrow. It was a bunch of crap, to be honest. Like, yeah, and I started to feel guilty. And then when COVID hit, I was like, well, I can't go to the gym with COVID. They're gonna close everything. So I didn't go. And yeah, in the last several months, I haven't done anything. I haven't really exercised or anything until now. So it's pretty easy to say that, like, right now is probably the least fit I've ever been. And it feels weird because I don't really notice it because I haven't needed to be physically active. I haven't had to run for a bus or anything. I haven't had to go on an extended walk. I've been at home. Yeah, I kind of feel bad about it. Like, I'm glad I'm doing something about it now, but I feel weird about not having exercised in a really long time or physically active in a really long time. I think my biggest problem with exercising is that I have a few problems when it comes to me and exercise, and it's things that I've noticed that I do, it's habits that I have that I really want to get over and I want to get rid of them. So the first thing is that I stop before I see any results. I typically start to get discouraged when I don't look better noticeably. Even if I do feel better, like, if my pants still don't fit, or like I still feel snug in a shirt, like, I get discouraged pretty quickly. I'm not really good with the long game. I get really excited to start something, and then I power through for months, and then when nothing comes out of it, I feel like and I kind of stop, and I want to stop doing that in general about everything. But especially about exercising, because I am tired of feeling the way I feel. I'm tired of feeling like my body's in the way of me doing things. So that's something I really want to work on. I don't really have a strong plan when it comes to exercising. I kind of just think, okay, if I do something, it's better than nothing, which is true. But also not having like a real plan will definitely limit the progress, which is something that I never consider. Like I know that happens, but I guess I'm scared to ask for help. I'm I'm nervous about seeming weak. Okay, maybe not seeming weak. Well, yeah, that too, I guess. But I mean, I guess I've always felt like if I don't know something, it's shameful. Or if I can't do something, like I I'm bad, you know? And it's weird because I don't extend that same criticism to anybody else. It's just an internal criticism. It's like if I can't do something, then there's a problem with me. It's not that I don't know, it's that I'm unable to and that I have failed. But if somebody else can't do something, then, they just haven't learned it yet. And it's something that I've always thought, and it's made me scared to do a lot of things. Like, oh, I can't try something because I'm not good at it yet. Or I can't do this because I don't know how. And I just don't ask and I don't do it. And I think even just this whole YouTube channel is really just me trying to push past that major barrier of I can't do this because I'm not good at it, or I can't do this because I don't know how to do it yet. And I think it's easy to look at people that are successful at doing things, people who are fit, people who have YouTube channels that are successful, people who are just confident in what they're doing and miss all the work that they took to get there. And sure, even if they talk about it, like even if I see before and after pictures of people, like I can't imagine the in between. You know what I mean? It like gets stuck on, okay, I'm at the before, how come the after isn't tomorrow? How come I'm not ripped in 3 days? And it's that in between that I get lost in. And exercising is no different. I feel like sticking with it and not seeing any real progress, or not noticing even if there is any real progress, is a huge problem. So I think having a plan and having somebody to hold me accountable is going to be important. Right now, I can hold myself accountable. It's in the 2 months from now that I'm worried that I'm going to fall off and do nothing. It's the not seeing any success in a month from now that I'm worried that's going to discourage me and I'm going to stop running, I'm going to stop exercising. So I think I really need to find somebody who does know what they're talking about, who can help me stay on track. And it's got to be like, keep me motivated. Luckily, I do know quite a few people that are physically fit. I do know a lot of people who have exercised quite a bit, who have improved their body. I know a few personal trainers that I could probably reach out to. I've been nervous to do it, and I think if I'm not going to do it now, then I'm never going to do it. So I definitely am going to try to reach out to them. Some of them have actually reached out to me before, and I've been hesitant. Like, I've been shy. I told them I was going to a gym, and they're like, oh, let's work out together. And I thought, this would be good for me. And then I said no. Like, why? Why would I do that? I think it's constantly coming from a place of being scared of being vulnerable and uncertain. I get a criticism a lot that I don't want to learn. And that's not true. I actually really like learning new things. I'll ask a bunch of questions when I want to learn something new. And I'll do a bunch of research. It's not so much that I don't want to learn and that I'm too cocky. It's that I'm scared of asking when I can't find the answer myself. I'm scared of getting help because I think I failed at finding the help for myself. It's not that I'm scared to learn. I have a fear of not being self-sufficient. I want to do everything myself. I want to be able to do everything myself. And this idea has constantly led me to problems and failures that would have been mitigated, is that the right word? Would have been solved if I just relied on other people. And I think when it comes to my physical health, it's scary to think that literally my body needs other people to be better. I need to get over that. I need to get past that feeling of self-reliance for everything and be comfortable with not being able to do things for myself, even when that thing is literally just keep myself accountable for my own physical health. The last thing that gets in my way really is I don't pay enough attention to my diet. Every time I've started to work out, I've also started to eat more, and I've come to the realization that I really need to pay attention to how I'm eating. It does affect how I feel, and I find that I go through like these waves of eating better and then eating worse. It's not great. I don't eat super healthy. I'll be very honest. I don't eat like crazy healthy or even moderately healthy most of the time. But there are times where I do eat better, and there are times where all of a sudden it's just garbage. And I find that it's like a 6 month chunk. So for 6 months, like I can't drink any sugary drinks. I don't like the thought of the taste of it. You know what I mean? I look at a Coke and I'm like, oh, that's gross. And I don't really eat chocolate. I don't eat junk food. And I feel good. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'll have a can of Coke a day for like 3 or 4 months. And then I'll have a chocolate bar at least every other day. Or chips, or I'm eating junk food all the time. Eating burgers and fast food all the time. And it's like a weird transition. So it literally goes from me, I can't even look at that food, to me just constantly eating it and feeling like a sloth. And I don't know why. I don't know what that is. And I've done a bunch of research lately about, how to lose weight and how to be more healthy and all that kind of stuff. And the one thing that I've seen as a constant in all the information that I got was that like the amount of calories that you burn has to be higher than the amount of calories you intake if you're trying to lose weight. And that's it. If you're gaining weight, it's because you're at a caloric surplus, and if you're losing weight, you're at a caloric deficit. And it doesn't really matter what food you eat, though some of it will make you feel like garbage and some of it will make you feel better. But ultimately, the caloric deficit is what's going to help you lose weight. And that being said, I don't want to use this as an excuse to eat more junk, but it does make me feel more confident that it's okay if I eat moderately okay and try to stay healthy. And it is also okay that if I sometimes do have a chocolate bar or Coke, and that I don't have to hate myself for that, because typically what happens is once that dip starts, I start to feel really shitty about myself for the way I'm eating. And yeah, it's not good, but it's worse to feel bad about it, I think. So yeah, so hopefully I can stick to the things I'm trying to do now. Hopefully I'll be able to keep up the exercising and the running and the more conscious awareness of the things I'm eating and how much I'm eating. Because I used to get into a position as well where I would eat because I wanted to eat, but I wasn't hungry. And it's actually funny because I can't remember the last time I felt actually hungry. I don't know, maybe you do this too, but I feel like a lot of us just eat when the time comes up, and that the feeling of hunger isn't real. It's just an expectation of food. I used to say that I get hungry in my mouth and throat as opposed to my stomach. Like I don't feel physically panged. I just feel like it's time to eat something, and my mouth starts to like I want some food. So yeah, I hope that I can stick to my goal, stick to my plan, and just kind of get over this feeling. And I hope that I actually do reach out and find people that can support me and help me. I will do those things. I have to do those things if I want to change. Thanks for watching.